Okay, folks, World Cup cocktail time with Tim continues, and tonight it is Denmark. Yes, the Mighty Danes now, they haven't had that much success in the World Cup. They have gotten to a quarterfinal once, but not qualifying very often. But they have had tremendous success around the Danish Dynamite team, led by Peter Schmeichel and others, where they won the Euros in 1992, and they had the leading scorer in Larsen. They rekindled a little bit of that magic a year ago in the 2020 Euros, where they played really inspired football for their fallen captain, Christian Eriksen, who had a heart attack on the field, I think was legally dead, but he has since made a full recovery. He's playing for Manchester United, and he is expected to lead them as their captain into Qatar. Now, they're going to be in a pretty favorable group, Group D, with France, Australia, and Tunisia. So I think a lot of punters are thinking that they're going to make it out of the group stage, and then we'll see from there. But what will they be drinking? Well, certainly they'll be drinking beer, like, you know, that's their thing over there. But they will also be drinking it in terms of spirits. They'll be drinking aquavit. So an aquavit really is it's a distilled neutral grain spirit that is that then they add caraway and dill to. So from a flavor profile, it's somewhere between, you know, a vodka and a gin, right? Now the other thing that's gonna be the base spirit for the cocktail that we're gonna have. The other spirit I'm gonna put in there is this cherry heering. They've been making it for about 200 years now. You heard me right, it's heering, it's not herring, right? You could be forgiven. The Scandinavians do like pickled heering, but this has nothing to do with this. This is really cherry heering after Peter Heering, who started making, well, with cherries, sugar, and water, making this lovely cherry heering. It's about 48% alcohol, and it's also going to be in there. So I'm going to make a version called a Blod and Skar, which is a riff on a Blood and Sand, which is a Scotch-based drink or cocktail. So we're going to start off with, in a Boston shaker here, I'm going to put 1.5 ounces of this aquavit, and then I'm going to go with 3/4 ounce of this cherry heering. It's really lovely stuff and makes it for a great, I think this qualifies for some of the blood of that. Then we're going to add 3/4 ounce of sweet vermouth, and I'm using this Koki. It's from Torino. It is really lovely stuff. Has a really strong vanilla presence. And then lastly, we are going to use OJ. So that would be in the Blood and the Sand. In this case, I'm going to use Blood orange juice. So again, 3/4 ounce here. Get that in there without spilling. There we go. Now I'm going to shake this up. Now, I normally do this again for probably 45 seconds. In the interest of this video, I'm going to do shorter. Now, one little trick when you're using a Boston shaker to get this off, they get stuck together, but if you just give it a little squeeze in the middle, like I'm trying to do, it should unseal it. There you go. Then I've got my little Hawthorne strainer, and then I'm going to put it in a coupe glass. And there you have the Blod and Skar, which is the Danish version of the Blood and Sand for Denmark. Skål. Oh, that's very nice. Skål.